It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll have a rematch of Super Bowl 54. It's the Niners and the Chiefs, next on Madden Football.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 54. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it.
What's up? What's up? Feel free to subscribe.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. This one complete. It's Rasheed Rice.
Subscribe, share.
But not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And enjoy the show.
This play still live. He faked the spike, go throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Mahomes going to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes out to his left. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 28 yards. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned him, and I think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Now Purdy. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The result, a first down as a quick slant gets them 14. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here against CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain?
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. Shoves him aside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Needed 13, they got 14 on third down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, this is McCaffrey to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Purdy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Here now, a 3rd and 20. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Well, showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he fields it cleanly. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Well, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Come on, Kelsey. We got to get this. Come on, Kelsey.
1st down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We'll fake this fight.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
Dang. And that's probably on the... What? No. What?
Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now Mahomes working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Purdy now to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 7. Here's Purdy. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Purdy from the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Well, 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Now he's loose again. And down to the 27-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a route is on here in this first half.
49ers nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Niners set to take over on offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down. Purdy looking to throw.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
They go play fake. Mahomes. And Gary's man complete. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I've never given up credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
43.
Mahomes to throw once more. Rolling to his left. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Michael Dana in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away.
Yeah, they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Now here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up. I'll take it and right down. And he will bring the... It's a fumble return for the 49er touch. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it in.
That was not no fumble. Where the hell are you going?
James on the return.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has shown up time and time again. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 5 out of the scramble in second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set.
The red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion.
The previous play is under review.
Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game.
McKinnon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Trent McDuffie.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
First down, San Francisco.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Gets by him at the 25, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, 49ers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Formation for the 49ers.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports.
Let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Purdy now to throw.
That's Samuel caught left side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's done line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's James returning.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
He didn't spike it. He faked it. Buying time to his...
but it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
3rd and 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd.
Oh, he fakes the spike. Dancing to his left.
And it's not going to be enough here.
A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Tershawn Wharton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Purdy.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together. As that brings up another 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. James now to return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous...
Start a new tradition. What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Everything they've been doing right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes forced out to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 37 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to roll.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. From the 43, here's 2nd down at 7.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Facing a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Purdy looking to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go. Hey, alert.
Oh, look at this play call. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Eluding the pressure right.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Second and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Rashee Rice,
73 yards.
And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, there's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Throwing here, Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. A 2nd down throw for Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Mahomes.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked up by Talavera Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, this deep, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback when you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Let's go.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And that one will kick out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45-yard line.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 55 yards.
And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 60.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's James. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there for KC. 45 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Pacheco once more.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
and now they're going to fake it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Here's Purdy.
And this is caught. Jennings. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Purdy now to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
Second down and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, it's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Purdy.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.